What's up, sports bettors? I got 6 player props on PrizePicks. It's also Tuesday, so they run this promo, which is called Taco Tuesday. So basically for Philip Grubauer, what they're doing is they're lowering his line from 26.5 saves to 22.5. So they're giving you a 4 save discount. So of course you're going to want to take the over here. But anyways, the purpose of these videos, obviously to be educational, explain how to beat PrizePicks long term, how to find value in the market. So let's get into it. So my first play is right here. This tool is called the OddsJam Sportsbook screen. And basically what it does, right, is it just gives you a complete view of the market. So I'll zoom in a bit, and what you're going to see is, hey, Porter's line on PrizePicks is 6. They have him at 6 rebounds. Underdog Fantasy, so another fantasy site, it works very similar to PrizePicks. They have his line at 6.5. FanDuel, all the sports books also have Porter's line at 6.5. Some sports books have the under very slightly favored, so you can see FanDuel has the under very slightly favored. DraftKings has the under a bit more favored, but PointsBet has his over 6.5 rebounds favored. So long story short, sportsbooks are a little, split up. PrizePicks has their line at 6. The other fantasy site, Underdog Fantasy, they have his line at 6.5. Sportsbooks have his line at 6.5 as well. Some have the over a little favored, some have the under a little favored. But long story short, we found value, right? PrizePicks, their line is too low relative to the market, so we want to take the over. PrizePicks is a line discrepancy. If you look at KD, Durant, all of the books have his line at 8.5. PrizePicks Underdog, both have his line at 8.5. There's no value in the market. Every data point is saying, hey, Durant's line should be at 8.5. There's no discrepancies, no value. Whereas here, for Porter, all the books have his line at 6.5. We essentially have tons of data points telling us Porter's line should be at 6.5, and PrizePicks is at 6. So that's the first play that I went with for tonight, right? Just kind of finding discrepancies in where books are setting the line. Again, all these sports books, PrizePicks, No House Advantage, they all try to set lines independently. They all try to do it themselves. And sometimes they screw up and they offer profitable picks, and that's what we're looking for as a sharp bettor. So the second thing, I know I've discussed it in other videos, so I'll go through it quickly, but it's so important to understand when you're playing on these fixed payout platforms like PrizePicks, is these platforms have fixed payouts. So what I mean by that is any 5 flex you select, doesn't matter if you take overs, unders, doesn't matter at all, you're going to get the same payout. If I switch this to, a soccer pick, I'm still getting that same payout, right? So basically the way that PrizePicks tries to make money is they assume, you don't have an advantage. So sports bettors who don't have an advantage, you're only going to be able to get these over-unders correctly 50% of the time, right? If you have no advantage, you're only going to be able to get these over-unders correctly 50% of the time. You're going to win 50, you're going to lose 50. But if you take PrizePicks payouts, which I did right here, and you back out what percentage of your player props, what percentage of your over-unders do you have to win on PrizePicks to be profitable? It's 54.25%, right? So winning 50% of your player props on PrizePicks, you're going to lose money. You need to win 54.25%. So essentially, a second tool I use to find profitable player props on PrizePicks is right here. It's called the Fantasy Optimizer. And essentially, all this tool does is it reads in sportsbook odds and then just shows you the player props that have the highest likelihood of hitting. So as an example, Drew Rakinski, under 5.5 hits allowed. Why do we like this play? Well, look at the sports books. Every sports book, all these sports books are data points, right? They all have his under 5.5 hits allowed as the favored outcome. Caesars has the under juiced all the way to minus 152. BetMGM's minus 145. Pinnacle right here, which is known to be the sharpest bookmaker, minus 139. So all the sports books have Rakinski's under heavily favored. So all the sports books are saying his under is more likely than his over. His under is more likely than 50%, right? Sports books have his under favored. They have his under juiced. Same with BAM over half of a block, right? I'm always just following the data, showing you guys what I'm putting my money on. So for BAM, all the sports books have his over half of a block heavily favored, right? Around minus 140 odds. And we're getting, this on PrizePicks, a platform that doesn't change our payouts based on us selecting over or under. So you just, the strategy for beating PrizePicks is find spots where sportsbooks have an over or an under. In this case, it's an under for Drew Rakinski hits allowed. All the sports books have is under heavily favored, so the under is the more likely outcome. It's winning over 54.25% of the time, so it's a profitable play to include in your prize pick slip. Literally just grabbing these plays off the fantasy optimizer. Grayson Rodriguez, 54.27%. So this play is kind of marginal, right? It's only a little profitable. It's not as good as this play on Rakinski. You obviously just want, your picks. That's how you beat Prize Picks. It's a fixed payout platform. You just need to win your picks at the highest possible rate, right? If you're winning 60% of your player prop over-unders on Prize Picks, your ROI would be 43.4%. This is the only number that matters. Because Prize Picks doesn't change your payout based on you selecting over or under, all you're trying to do is find picks that are winning at the highest possible rate. So what I ended up going with on Prize Picks is right here. Brown over 27.5 points plus assists. Bam over half of a block. Porter over 6 rebounds. Rakinski and Rodriguez under 5.5 hits allowed. 200 to win 2,000. So included this in a 5 flex. And then I added in the Taco with the same picks for a 25 to 625 6-pick flex. So hopefully this video was helpful. Just 6 player props on Prize Picks that I'm going with, including 1 promo. And let's make some money.